it would never cross my mind that Black women were playing baseball back then. But when I got this show and I was able to really dive into the research and also speak with Will and Abby, and they told me about those three women, Toni Stone, Mamie Johnson, and Connie Morgan, and I was able to learn about their careers and their journeys as Black women in baseball during this era, my mind was absolutely blown.
Hi, I'm so excited to talk to you guys. Actually got to catch the first two episodes of ABFF last month, and it was so much fun. And I've been thinking about it ever since. So, how do you guys feel now that it's finally out? I know you guys have been working on this for so long. Now that audiences are finally getting able to watch this show that I think a lot of them already have a connection to through the beloved movie.
Yeah, I mean, so it comes out on the 12th of August. So we're still in that mode of like, what's gonna happen? I'm so excited. I mean, I'm like kind of full of all the emotions. It's people's favorite movie. So there's like definitely some pressure. I feel like some people are gonna come and be like, let me see what you did.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like there's a lot of pressure, but I feel really good and positive.
Same. I mean, there's also like a lot of misconception that people are like, you shouldn't remake the movie. And it's like, chill, we're not.
Like just
Just
watch it. And like the movie actually will be available whenever you want to watch it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like the show comes out and then the movie goes away. Like that's always how people act. Yeah.
Right. No, and that's I think what's so lovely about it is that it is its own thing, and it definitely I think winks at and definitely honors the movie, but it's its own thing with these really rich characters, and it just kind of takes you right in from the beginning. And Abby, I know of course you created the show too. Talk to me a little bit about these characters and then how the casting played a part into it, because I just feel like they're so alive. Like it's a huge ensemble show, and every single person is so specific. So how did that kind of process work? Because I think again, I haven't seen the script, but in terms of what the audience gets at the end, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for saying that. I think that the thing we loved, Will and I, when we like initially started, the thing we loved about the film is the spirit, the joy, just like the energy of like the tone of that film is so contagious. And I think that was something we always wanted to infuse in our show. And I think we are going way deeper and telling stories that are not in the film and we're not able to be told in 1992, and we have a lot more time. And we just really wanted to go deeper with our characters and talk about a lot more that was happening at the time. But while doing that, to maintain that joy and that spirit. And I think it's a testament to the cast, which I mean, the casting process was so incredible. I cast Broad City, but this was just like the scope of every part of the show was just like massive in comparison. And I knew that these characters, I wanted everyone to be full and juicy and meaty and complicated. And, it was a pretty long process. And I mean, I really think we got everyone is so good. And the show really walks the line of comedy and drama, and everyone really showcases that full range this season. And I couldn't be more proud of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I think Shantae, for you, of course, with Max, I loved how you talked about at ABFF too. It's kind of like a fusion, of course, and inspired by all these Black female baseball players who I personally didn't grow up learning about. And it's so exciting to be able to see these stories told. What did you learn the most, I guess, of just about this time, and how does it feel just to represent this type of woman who, had huge dreams that were arguably maybe even bigger for the world that she was living in back then?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing I learned was that these women existed. I had no idea. It wouldn't have never crossed my mind. Of course, like I'm a fan of the movie. And I've watched it multiple times, but again, besides that one scene that we get, I don't see women that look like me in it. And so it would never cross my mind that Black women were playing baseball back then. But when I got this show and I was able to really dive into the research and also speak with Will and Abby, and they told me about those three women, Toni Stone, Mamie Johnson, and Connie Morgan, and I was able to learn about their careers and their journeys as Black women in baseball during this era, my mind was absolutely blown, and more so very frustrated, because why don't we know their names? Why doesn't the world know who these women are? Because they should. So that was definitely the biggest thing that I learned throughout this whole process.
Yes, absolutely. And then just my last quick question with the baseball practice of it all. I mean, I only did 2 months of T-ball, I think, when I was 6, so I'm no judge, but it looks amazing. So how was that training quickly ahead of, shooting a show?
Yeah, we had a training period right before we shot the pilot in early 2020, right before COVID, and then we did it again right before we shot the season. It was like an incredible experience. The team building, like cast building, and also the trainers who trained us, all these women baseball players, are really like the modern day version of the women we're trying to portray on screen. So it was so cool to just see them do their thing.
Yeah.